Hey, what is going on, Pokemon fans? Welcome to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at one interesting deck list. It is a Snorlax V MAX updated version of the deck that I used like a month and a half ago when I won a local tournament with it. I actually edited this deck a little bit. What is so special about Snorlax V MAX? Definitely 340 HP, so it is a huge fortress. It can hit for 210 with 5 Pokemons at the bench, but it can also hit for 220 if you have Vitality Band attached on it, and you can one-hit knockout Zacian, which is really cool. In the early stage of the game, let's say we start with the Reshizard, or let's be clear here. With the Flare Strike, we can knock one of the Zacians out for 2 prize cards, and later with Snorlax V MAX, we can knock another one if we can find Vitality Band for 220, of course, if they don't have Frying Pan attached to them. Overall, it's good against many other decks. The reason for Reshizard also is that on my local tournament there's many grass Pokemons. So yeah. Overall, 3 copies of Snorlax and 3 VMAX Snorlax, 1 Ranger with Primed Wisdom, 1 Absol with Dark Ambition, 1 Reshizard, 3 Jirachis for Stellar Wish, 1 Fion for Whirlpool Suction, really good, and 1 Dedenne. Original deck list played Shadow GX. What's the name of that bird? A new bird that can snipe on the bench for 160, especially for the Dedenne, and Mew, but I replaced those 2 cards for Absol and Fion. I also substituted 4 catchers for custom catchers, and I added 1 great catcher. Communication stays the same. I play 4 of each custom catcher, Pokemon Communication and Quick Ball. I also added 1 copy of Reese's Stamp. I replaced 1 switch with Vitality Band, and Super Scoop Ups pretty much stays the same. Stadium also stays the same, 2 John Hearts and 1 Heat Factory. Right now I'm playing 4 Welders and 3 Researchers. In original deck list I played 4 Researchers, 2 Escape Boards, 1 Vitality Band, 4 Triple Accelerations, and 8 regular Fire Energy cards. So really good deck list overall. I kind of like it. I really enjoy playing Snorlax V MAX. It's a lot of fun, especially when your opponent hit for 200 and plus and you Super Scoop up your Snorlax back in your hand. It is such a nice feeling when you do something like that. So this is going to be today's deck list and video that I will use. Make sure to hit a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for more videos if you already didn't. So let's see this deck in action, so see you in the game. Alright, let's see what we can do in today's video. Alright, starting with Reshi, Charizard, Reshiram and Charizard in the active position. There is a John Hart, Communication. Alright, so, well, let me see if I have Switch. I don't have Switch, but I have Rangru as example. Energy Attachment, John Hart. Well, let's see, Primate Wisdom. There's the Dean. Alright. Not bad. Not bad for turn 2, I guess. Probably I will just Primate Wisdom my custom catcher. I know that the top deck card is Communication. And I will try to find out if it's possible I can't one-hit knock out my opponent ADP. Now there's the Mountain card, and dang, he just discarded my Heat Factory. Alright, so right now I need Welder plus 2 energies. First thing. Okay, the good thing is that Zacian can't one-hit knockout Snorlax V MAX, but it can one-hit knockout the Din, for example, and grab 3 prize cards. Fun fact, it can also knock out a Reshizard. So, let's go with Primate Wisdom for a custom catcher. Oof. This is really painful. This is really painful. This is really painful. Really it is. Oh my goodness, you have to be kidding me. This is so painful, I can't even watch that. Reese's Stamp. And Catcher for 1. That's it. Just another Fire Energy. Alright. For the moment I was like, this is not happening. And then I draw into another Triple Acceleration Energy and it's like, okay. So I Reese's Stamp my opponent in hand. Hopefully, if this Pokemon is your active Pokemon, discard energy. Okay, flip a coin until you get tails. Alright. So yeah, it can basically damage rush in combination of alternated creation, so it's not that bad. Let's see what I can find with a custom catcher. Is it worth to pull the custom catcher out? Well, I guess it might be. Alright, so I can try Super Scoop Up. Unfortunately, it is a Tails. Maybe Triple Acceleration Energy to be recycled into V MAX. Okay. Let's Outrage for the knockout. So one thing is clear. With the Welder, I can potentially double Blaze GX this ADP, but I will need plenty of cards. 2 Fire Energies Welder plus then 1 extra Fire Energy, and that's not an easy task. Probably my opponent will decide to go with Ultimate Ray for 150, Energy Acceleration to Zacian Wii, so he can be in a position to at least trade prize cards. But in that trade, I can actually benefit. And I hope he will do that, because then I can potentially knock ADP out, he can return knockout with Zacian, and I can then came in the active position with my V MAX and hit ADP and hit actualization, which is good. Yeah, as expected, Ultimate Ray. But the best thing is also that I can Super Scoop Up. And if I get Welder, I will probably consider doing that. But without cards for draw support, I don't even know what I will do. Okay, let's see. Trading my Snorlax. A custom catcher, alright. Looks good, but what can I get with it? Pretty much nothing. Alright, pretty much nothing. So there is an option to retreat Reshizard, hit with V MAX. I guess, and I'm actually forced to do that. I will at least try to preserve an energy card. Hit with my V MAX. It's 180. It is definitely better than nothing. I can always try to Super Scoop Up, so that's the reason why I decided to retreat. I mean, right now I actually stuck in the front with the V MAX, and I discarded so many resources. This game definitely don't likes me. This game definitely don't like me. Not at all. So there's a Guzman Hella. So we might see... Yeah, obviously 2 Metal Energies discarded. Mountain Corn and Fry Pan. Yeah, Fry Pan is good because it will negate the... weakness. and also reduce damage for 30, which means that Flare Strike is not enough for the knock against Zacian. And that's the bad thing. Alright, so just another Ultimate Ray for 150. The top deck is a switch. Not too much I can do with the switch, so I guess I'll just try to trade it into research. Oh, what a nice top deck that was. Alright, that's finally something better. Finally something better. But still I'm short for like an energy card. So I'll just try to Super Scoop up. Unfortunately it will be a Tails. Stellar Wish into Switch or a Research. At this moment really doesn't matter too much. So I have 250. I have two Pokemon with 150 damage counter in it, and that's pretty bad. A custom catcher. Okay, so right now my opponent decided to use GX, obviously. Super Scoop Up is a top deck. Let's see if we can at least scoop one of those Pokemons back into hand. Which one should I scoop? That is a very good question. I think I might decide to go with the Din for now, because I can Primed Wisdom one of my welders. That's another custom catcher. I think I'm running out of the custom catchers at this point. Alright, so pretty much nothing. Pretty much I drew into nothing. So welder for 3. There is communication. Gonna trade one of my Jirachis for something like a Fion. I didn't Stellar Wish yet, so I can try to Super Scoop up. Nope, another Tails. At least I can outrage for 3 prize cards. Alright, I need desperately Super Scoop up. And also a Reset Stamp. I played 4 Super Scoop ups. So my my only hope will be a Reset Stamp. I will need it so badly. As long as my opponent don't hit Reset Stamp, I'm perfectly good here. Right now he's going for 4 prize cards. And what I will need here is a energy plus Reset Stamp in order to potentially win this game. We shall see. It's definitely winnable. A skateboard for Absol. Neither my opponent managed to set up something better than I was, but at least here and there. Air Balloon. Marnie. Oh, he hits me with the Marnie at the first possible time he hits me with the Marnie. At least I find a switch and a triple acceleration energy, so I will be in a position to hit Zacian at least. And also use a switch. So I'm good with that. I'm definitely good. Plus I have Quick Ball. So yeah, plenty of options available. And the most important one is that I can hit with my G Max Fall. Alright, but what's gonna happen after that is such a nice question. Let me first see what I can find with a Stellar Wish. I can find a Welder and I can find a Giant Heart. So I'm gonna go with a Giant Heart for now. Triple acceleration energy. What about that? A great catcher, a welder, and then I can actually use a giant heart and that quick ball for 2 fire energies. So I'm hitting him right now, but that's not enough for the knockout. And then he is returning fire back to me. And I'm throwing that great catcher out. And I will also use that Absol and force him to throw as much resources as I can. So let's go with the G Max full. Unfortunately for 180, but still, my opponent right now can't attack. He needs to pay 3 energies in order to retreat. However, he has Zacian on the bench available, but if he has some sort of catcher, custom catcher play, he can definitely win the game by knocking any of my Pokemons on the bench for 2 prize cards. And there is another Metal Energy attached to Zacian Wii, so it looks like he might decide to retreat it on the bench. Even if I decided to put Fiona on the bench, it wouldn't matter too much, because if I decided to use it, still my opponent probably wouldn't. Actually, maybe, I don't know, maybe Fiona would be a win here. Still I have Switch, there's a Metal Saucer, he can always use that as well. Yeah, I think it's gonna be winning to my opponent's favor. Next turn he just needs the energy, he's getting for 260. I already discarded way too many resources. John Harting my Fiona for the last energy. Yep, nothing available here for me, unfortunately. So I can only G-Max full one more time for 210. And that's gonna be it. No Vitality Band for the knockout, unfortunately. It was prized, so not gonna happen. Well played to my opponent. He definitely deserved the victory in this matchup here. For sure. Yeah, really close, but at the end I couldn't get that Vitality Band, neither Super Scoop Up. All 4 discarded, and unfortunately that is a GG. I'm gonna take a closer look to my opponent deck. Jirachi, Absol, Mew, Mimikyu, Keldeo, ADP, Stunfisk, 2 Zacians. Alright, interesting deck list. Hope you guys enjoy watching this video. Make sure to hit thumbs up, subscribe for more videos. Let me know in the comments what you think about it. As always, have a nice day and goodbye.